Hello LICMU teachers. The purpose of this video is to inform you about some new procedures that we will be implementing about course curriculum, materials, grades, etc., especially for the Chinese courses that we do here at LICMU. From here on out, you should be given a teacher request form by the academic office that looks like this. Here you'll find all the information that you need about the class, about the schedule, and about the students. Also about copies, which folder you need to put your copies in at the copy shop. But for today's purposes, we're going to be looking at curriculum and materials. Here you'll see 3 checkboxes. One of these boxes will be ticked, and there's a separate procedure for each one. You'll see the details here, and please just follow the procedure. First, we'll look at the new system that we'll be using for subject area courses, not the English courses. We'll look at the English courses next. In the future, when you are assigned a new class, especially for subject area courses for Chinese international courses, you'll be sent a digital folder via Dropbox. Please just click the Dropbox link and download everything. In this folder, you'll find everything you need to get started planning your class. For example, here is a folder for business correspondence, which is one of our Chinese courses. In this folder, you'll find everything you need to get started planning your course, such as the assessments, the assignments, any textbook materials that may exist, the curriculum and materials document, a syllabus, course evaluation, as well as a blank document template to create your own documents, and finally some notes for you to write down ideas about this course. Let's look at each of these individually. First, we'll start with the syllabus. This will be the new syllabus format that we will be using for the Chinese courses. Here, you can just fill in all of your information for your course. The course description should be completed already, and if there's existing curriculum, you will already have some course aims and goals. Here, we will detail about any textbooks or course materials. Here are the expectations for the students. Of course, you can change these if you like. And finally, for assessment. This will detail exactly how the students will be assessed and how their grades will be given. On the back or on the next page, here are the topics for the course. You can either do by lesson or you can do by week, up to you. Next, we'll look at the curriculum and materials document. This is the document in which you're going to outline the course aims and goals. So here, for example, for business correspondence, students will develop lexical and grammatical skills needed for email communication. And then we have 3 more specific goals which align to that aim. Likewise, here's a second aim of the course about gaining necessary technology skills. And here are 2 goals that align to that aim. Under here, we can also add names of our lessons that go and align with these specific goals. Also here you can include the materials, and then here for the assessments, this is how you plan to assess the course. So for example, if you have a midterm exam and a final exam, then you should indicate which specific goals from your aims align to these assessments. And obviously, your assessments should cover all of the goals that are in your course. Now, please note that some courses may be shorter or longer than others. So in your course, you may not choose to address every single goal. So for your course, you might not use, for example, this goal. And then your assessment would be slightly different from other assessments. In terms of assessments, as we continue to create new curriculum and new standardized courses, we will also have some standardized assessments. Now these assessments, of course, can be adapted to your course or as instructed by Ajahn Monique. In this folder, you'll also find the course evaluation and comments. This document should be completed at the end of the course, Basically, just as some feedback from the teacher about how we can improve this course for the future. Lastly, this is just a notes document for any other notes that you think would be useful for future teachers teaching this course or for the curriculum development team. So again, if this box is ticked for the existing curriculum, here's the procedure. First, you'll receive the curriculum via email as a Dropbox link. And please cooperate with Monique. Again, she will inform you about any meetings for this course. And then after that, you teach and keep track of the experiences and note any changes or additions that you make to the curriculum. And then after finishing the course, please compile the resources, write the course evaluation, and send everything again to Monique via email. Now, in the case that the no curriculum box is ticked, the process will be about the same. Again, you'll receive a template via Dropbox link. So you'll get the same materials, but we ask that you please create these documents on your own and then follow the same procedure. More specifically, we'll look at the process in whole. To start, the course description and syllabus will be written by Monique or by the teacher or by both. So for this procedure, when there's no curriculum, you may be asked to meet with Monique, and together you can develop some aims and goals and maybe assessments for this course. Next, you will be creating the syllabus, in which you'll create all of these things, just as we've mentioned before. Then when teaching, the teacher should keep track of all the materials per week with an indication of which goal is covered by this lesson, just like the curriculum and materials document we looked at before. Next is an optional step, where the teacher may need to meet with Monique before the midterm and final exams to go over the course and how it's gone so far, and see if any changes need to be made to the assessments, and if the assessments are valid and reliable based on the course goals. Again, this is only necessary if requested by Monique. And lastly will be the evaluation. As we've said before, that the teacher should fill out the evaluation form and submit everything to Monique. After that, it goes back into the existing curriculum, and then the next teacher will continue from there. In the case that this box is ticked for the English subjects, the procedure is that we must coordinate with Monique to ensure coherence of the program. So we'll look at this procedure in a little bit more detail. In this case, for the English subjects, if there's an existing curriculum, teachers should essentially just follow the curriculum, adapting it to their students as best they see fit, and then give the evaluation to Monique at the end of the course. If there is no curriculum given to you, similarly what we talked about previously, the teacher should write the syllabus and give it to Monique, who will then coordinate between the English subjects in the university program. The main idea for this is so that we don't have teachers overlapping and teaching the same subjects. They should complement each other. The most important idea here for the English subjects is communication for the purpose of coordination, so that we can have a coherent program. So as an overview for this whole process, the Chinese office will receive the course name and information and get as much detail as they can about the expectations for the course. After this, Monique will get information from the Chinese office, and she will decide if these course names and descriptions match any of our existing curricula. She will then fill out the teacher request forms and check the appropriate box. Again, these are the boxes she'll check, whether existing curriculum, no curriculum, or as an English subject. And then teachers will follow the procedure. After that, Apple and the academic office will check the teacher request forms and then select teachers, then contact the teachers to ask if they want the course. And upon confirmation, the academic officers will give the teachers the instructor request forms. They should have all the information they need. After that, the teacher will be contacted by Monique via email. And in this email should be instructions regarding curriculum and materials. And these three are as we've talked about before. After that, the teacher begins teaching. And important here that the teacher should give the syllabus to the students as soon as possible, but by the second week of class at the latest. And depending on the type of curriculum, teachers may need to meet with Monique before the midterm and before the final, but again, only if instructed. And then after the course ends, teachers should fill out the evaluation form and send everything back to Monique. Lastly, Monique will organize all the curriculum and then review the new additions with Ajahn Satkorn for approval. So that's a brief overview of the new Chinese course curriculum procedures and process. If you have any questions about the technical details about using Dropbox or using the computers, etc., please feel free to contact Ajahn Muik or any of the administrative teachers for help. Thanks and happy teaching.